Hidden Object Guru here. These are the games I sampled this week. Each one is rated out of 10, based on how likely it is that I'll come back and play more later on. You can find links to all of the game's store pages in the description below the video. DAP. In this creepy exploration and swarm management game, players have to escort cute little imps, the titular DAPs, through an eerie swamp, fighting bats and corrupted DAPs. It's creepy and has impressively stylized visuals, but I can't see myself playing more of it, until the developers have tweaked the controls. It uses a twin-stick shooter setup, with the right thumbstick controlling the direction of fire and the left movement. The problem is that dodge is mapped to the B button rather than a bumper or a trigger, and can't be rebound. So in order to dodge attacks, the player must take their thumb off of the aiming stick, which is never ideal in this kind of a game. Move that over to the currently unbound left bumper, or just let me remap the controls, and I may give this another look. 3 out of 10. War Mongrels. In this World War II Desperados-like, the player controls a pair of convicts and ne'er-do-wells trying to survive on the Russian front after being jailed for not being willing to participate in a massacre. It controls well, but the tutorial doesn't do a great job of explaining the enemy AI. I'm interested to see more, but it's in second position after Partisans 1941. 6 out of 10. Fire Commander. It's an RTS game about being a firefighter. Need I say more? There's a large cohort of people like me out there who love firefighting games, and this one has great controls and authentic-seeming fire behavior. Looking forward to the full version. 7 out of 10. Astro Ace. In this basic space shooter, the player uses asteroid-style controls to fly a ship around a small arena, shooting enemy spacecraft. It's a perfectly fine shmup, but I've played better, and it doesn't do anything fresh or interesting enough to warrant further attention. 2 out of 10. Robonauts. This platformer's main feature is the Robonauts' ability to leap from one planetoid to another, constantly resetting gravity like a 2D Mario Galaxy. The gameplay is fast and casual friendly, with the player's guns able to auto-aim at the closest enemy, and the strange planetoid designs in different mission modes kept things fresh as long as I was playing it. Not psyched about the plot, which cast the player as a drone wiping out local alien lifeforms to clear the way for a mining corporation to strip the planetoids of all of their resources, but it's a blast to actually play. 6 out of 10.
Soulstopia. Phi.
More of a proof of concept for a 3D combat engine than an actual game. Soulstopia Phi lets players control the slightly dressed demon Phi as she beats up souls still tethered to Earth until they're so weak that they can't stop from being pulled into heaven or hell. There's a plot contained in the cutscenes between the levels, but it's little more than a setup for a possible future game. The combat is sluggish and basic. Only one type of enemy, which can be reliably killed with the same combo, ever makes an appearance. I beat the game in under half an hour, and don't see much reason to go back, although I am curious about the full game the developer has in mind. 1 out of 10. Centipede Recharged. The latest modern reimagining of a classic video game, Centipede Recharge delivers all of the thrills and quick action of the original in its main arcade mode, where players get one life to see how high a score they can get, with new power-ups massively increasing their firepower to help them along. The real meat of the game is in the challenge mode, which offers dozens of ways for players to push themselves by defeating 50 spiders or surviving 90 seconds without shooting. The perfect game to load up when you've got 20 minutes to kill or want something simple to play with friends. 8 out of 10. My Eyes. In this unusually user-friendly rage game, the player has to navigate a severed head back to its body using only the power of infinite eye lasers. Should be easy, right? One complication, however. If the player doesn't constantly fire those eye beams, the heat of them builds up and eventually cooks the head. So the whole game is a mad dash through spikes, machinery, toxic waste, and even an underwater level where gravity works in reverse. The physics and controls are stellar, and I enjoyed it so much that I wound up playing straight through until I beat it, giving it the coveted I beat it out of 10 rating. Junkyard Simulator. I've been playing a bunch of simulator games recently, and this one seems extremely promising so far. It's got car disassembling just like Car Mechanic Simulator. Players can take missions to search junkyards for specific parts customers want, or simply crush some abandoned cars and sell the metal to advance their game. Also, sometimes you find, gold bars lying under the driver's seat of a car you're scrapping. At the moment, it's plagued by technical issues. The loading times are surprisingly long, and there's a huge amount of object pop-in when driving around the map in a vehicle. There's a lot to like here, though, and if it continues to improve and add polish, it could wind up competing with my beloved Car Mechanic Simulator. 6 out of 10. Slime's Journey. This is maybe the 20th game I've played, built using the same platformer toolkit. So at this point, I'm incredibly familiar with the level art, controls, reused enemies, and general flow of gameplay. It's actually a fairly solid base to build a game on. It works for scrolling platformers, puzzle games, and Metroidvanias like this one. Last time I played this game, I was controlling a caveman who was looking for some meat a dinosaur stole. This time, it's a slime trying to rescue his parents from an evil shaman that wants to use them as reagents in a potion. The whole thing took about an hour to play from start to finish, and was largely harmless and enjoyable. I beat it! Out of 10. I've been the Hidden Object Guru, thanks for watching. I'll see you back here once I've played some more games, but until then, au revoir.